Welcome to TMZ Live. We have received a fourth letter from the person who claims to know the identity of Nancy Guthrie's kidnapper, where they are, and he has again demanded money, $50,000 up front before he gives up anything. We are making an overture to him. Use us. You don't trust the FBI, you've made that clear. So we have been in touch with the FBI, and they know we're doing this. If you don't trust the FBI because you don't think you're going to get the reward from them, that they'll be shady or whatever, give us the information. We will immediately forward it to the FBI. And that way you have a public record of
the fact that you were the person who gave them the information that led to the kidnapper.
Right.
And therefore, they can't try to screw you over, as you don't trust the FBI, and you believe they don't trust you. So if we have the information, we can vouch for you that you actually provided the information that led to the capture.
So we have put this on social media, we have put it on the website, and we're doing it on our television shows so that if this person is watching this, hey, public record, the pressure is on the FBI to do the right thing.
Assuming that your information is correct.
If it's not correct, you should know you're committing a crime. In fact, he even says he knows it's a crime.
Right.
And he's being truthful. But I will say this.
I got to remember that we did not expect, after we got the second note, we did not expect to hear from this person. They said, this is it, you're never going to hear from me again. Then they again wrote to us on Friday and said that they were reaching out one more time because they felt like the FBI was not taking them seriously, but they said that was the last time. This time,
they want money.
This person has reached out. They want money, obviously.
They want money.
But they also said they saw the latest video that Savannah posted, and they felt very badly for her. They really do.
But if they felt badly, they'd give up the information.
But I have to protect myself and my family.
So this person says, I know what I saw 5 days ago south of the border, and I was told to shut up, so I know who he is, he meaning the kidnapper, and that was definitely Nancy with them. So this is the second
another
time
reference to...
he is making it seem like there's more than one person.
Right. By the way, the 5 days ago would have been the day we got the first note on Wednesday.
So he's saying that he's worried because he has a criminal record. He had a burglary 10 years ago, and that he is worried that he could either be implicated or by knowing these people and giving up the information, he could be killed. I mean, he goes into this whole long thing. So that's that. Again, if you really want the money, the only way I can think of is work with us. Give us the information. We will make sure, and this is public record, you've given it. We're not going to tell everybody ahead of time, but we'll give it immediately to the FBI, and then at least you've got something on record.
Right.
And so, ante up. Couple of things that I find kind of weird in this case. That glove that you're looking at right there. Mm-hmm. Go back to that glove. So that is a bulky, bulky glove. Now, you know they have found a glove in a field 2 miles from Nancy's house. It is being tested right now for DNA. I think this is a PCR test. That's a very sophisticated test that they do in labs, and the accuracy is really high. And hopefully it matches, and then they'll figure it out.
Matches either the DNA that the sheriff's department said they have found in Nancy's home that doesn't belong to Nancy. So if it's a match to that, or it's a match to anyone else that's in the database that the FBI has.
But even if it isn't in the database, now they're able to use things like Ancestry.com.
Right.
And what they're able to do is they can see about a relative, and then they go down the chain, and they might find somebody in Tucson. So there are all sorts of ways, and I hope that happens here. Here's my doubt, and I've just been thinking about this. That glove, go back to that glove. If you think about it, if that person kidnapped Nancy, what he had to do is get back in his car and drive away, right?
Right.
what's the first thing you would do when you get in the car?
You take off the glove.
You take off the glove.
But
you
the
can't.
part that doesn't make sense to me is, yes, you take off the glove, but you probably don't throw it out the window a mile from the house, a mile and a half.
That's the part I'm talking about. And it's like, and you throw one glove out, like O.J. Simpson. So look, I mean, the point is, why would you? And even if he got out,
anything you had that you were wearing while committing that crime, you don't throw out into a field. You would keep it with you if you want. You burn it or whatever it is, but you're not. You're not going to throw it, and certainly not a mile from her house. You're in the desert, right? So you're out in the middle of the desert and you're driving wherever you're going to go. If you were going to throw it out the window, you would wait until you were out away from anything
Why would you
else.
throw it out, period, for somebody to find it?
I agree.
It's like this guy was this guy was so careful to completely cover himself so he wouldn't leave any DNA or evidence. And if he's got his hand in the glove and he's that concerned about identity, why would he just toss it out 2 miles away where you know you're going to find it?
Right.
So that's why, look, maybe it is the glove, and maybe there's something we're not thinking of, which would be great, but I just have my doubts because this never made sense to me. Yeah. The other thing that doesn't make sense to me, there have been some reports that maybe this was a burglary gone bad. I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. That if he is covering himself like this, first of all, burglars generally don't do that. The other thing is that if he knew anything about Nancy...
Cameras now, they might.
Well...
You cover your face anyway, but
You cover your face.
Right.
But if he is that careful not to... and if it's a burglary, and if he's that careful not to leave DNA, if he gets in the house, how do you open a drawer and pick up jewelry with those gloves on? And if you take the glove off to grab it, you've got fingerprints. So that doesn't make any sense. And the other thing is, it's like Nancy Guthrie, well-known, goes to church. And that was a Sunday morning. If he would have waited 8 hours, she might be at church, and then you go to an empty house.
Well, that means it's you're talking about it being a targeted burglary as opposed to a random one. But
I don't think it... I'm not...
But you don't think it's a burglary at all?
I don't think it's a burglary at all.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't add up.
And when you look at all the videos that we've been looking at, that we've been getting, those are all people where their faces are visible. We blurred them, but their faces are visible. Not that guy. Not that guy.
Yeah.
That guy wants to be covered up. And so this whole burglary gone bad, I'm not buying it.
Well, the Pima County Sheriff's Department came out. The sheriff himself said, I don't know where that report came from. It is not something that we are... He said that's not our operating theory, So
the final thing, again, we received that ransom note now a week ago. And I can tell you the FBI is keenly interested in this note.
2 weeks ago, the ransom note, the actual one saying we want Bitcoin.
Oh my God, you're right. It's 2 weeks ago. God.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. The FBI is still keenly interested in this note. It is well masked in terms of the identity of who wrote it. But again, nothing's been paid, but they are interested in that note.
Brandon from Philadelphia here. This case has become like the greatest kidnapping in American history. It seems like even bigger than the Lindbergh baby. Like, it's been over 2 weeks now. Where's Nancy Guthrie? People are saying she might be in Mexico. It's scary, and hopefully she's found.
Hopefully she's found.
Yeah.
A final thing, and I talked to somebody again today in law enforcement who kept saying, this has been told to me several times now, do not use logic in trying to figure these things out. That logic doesn't necessarily get you to the point that you want to get to. In
fact, there's usually some illogical move that the criminal has made.
Is what catches them.
Is what ends up leading police to them.
But they have said to me several times now that if you try to look at this thing logically, more often than not, you're on the wrong track.
Right.
That you have to open up to the notion that it doesn't make sense.
Right. Coming up, Barack Obama has really opened a Pandora's box here that I'm not sure he intended to, but the former president spoke about aliens and what he knows.
Are aliens real?
They're real
but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51.
Be right back.
Barack Obama has really, really opened a Pandora's box here that I'm not sure he intended to, but it's too late. It's out.
He speaks,
former president,
and he speaks the truth.
The former president spoke about aliens and what he knows about aliens and America's scientists and what they know about aliens. And the way he said it has anyone who believes in alien visitors here on Earth.
Oh, here on Earth.
Oh, you don't believe in that?
I definitely believe that there's life out there. Absolutely, 100%.
But that's not what we're talking about. This is more about, yes, you can believe that there's life out there, but his comments.
Yeah. Okay.
This is more about people thinking that aliens have actually visited.
Maybe true.
Right.
Maybe true.
So here is what he said, and then we will tell you how he's trying to clean it up.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
What was the first question you wanted answered when you became president?
Where are the aliens?
Where are the aliens?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So hold on.
No, that's what he told Brian Tyler Cohen.
No, before we get into his walk back, it is so interesting he said, unless it's being kept from the president.
That's the part that made everyone go, aha!
Because there are people for a long time who have believed that it is so secret that because presidents come and go, bureaucracy stays.
Think about how many people would have that knowledge now. If we're going back to, let's say, the 60s, if we're going back to Roswell, how many presidents would be walking around with that knowledge? Fewer now, because they passed, but...
If they had the knowledge.
Right.
But if they didn't have the knowledge, he said, the first question I asked is, are there aliens? First question.
He was kind of smiling when he said that.
You don't think he's
Which explains...
Do you think he ever asked that question in 8 years?
So here...
Of course he did.
So here is how he saw the explosion online and then said this. I was trying to stick with the spirit of the speed round questions from Brian Tyler Cohen, but since it's gotten attention, let me clarify. Statistically, the universe is so vast that the odds are good there's life out there. All right, we're on board. But the distances between solar systems are so great that the chances we've been visited by aliens is low, and I saw no evidence during my presidency that extraterrestrials have made contact with us. Really?
Okay, so I have something to say to that.
All of that sounds very reasonable, by the way.
I want to say something. President Obama, you are an incredibly smart man. You actually taught at my law school, and everybody said you're brilliant. You got to open your mind. You got to open your mind.
But he says he believes that there could be aliens.
Well, hold on. He's saying that because of the distance, that it's very unlikely that they would ever have been able to come to Earth.
No.
Aliens
It's not just distance.
Go back
it's
to
not
the
just
statement.
distance he's talking about.
Go back to the statement.
He's talking about the vastness of the universe.
But if it is
that
that
space
vast,
between the solar systems, that it's that vast.
But the distances between solar systems are so great.
Exactly.
Okay.
That
But
it's
they're
just
probably more
so much
advanced than us.
Right. So hold
He's
on.
not talking about the ability to travel distance. He's talking about how vast the universe is and the chances that they would happen to find our solar system.
Okay.
That's what he's talking about.
Okay, now can I say something uninterrupted? Yes, based on our technology, that's probably true. But what if there is life out there that is 20,000 years more advanced than us? Even a million. Even a million. And their technology means that the distance ain't so great with them because
I think that's
they
possible.
have become so sophisticated. Think of how sophisticated we can become in the next 20,000 years. What if they were that sophisticated and could travel as if you're going to New York?
I agree. I also think if the president does know if aliens are real or not, I don't know if he could keep
How
that a
did you
secret.
two do in physics? Just curious. Answer the question.
Earthling physics.
Answer the
Fine.
question.
I did fine.
I did phenomenally.
I actually
I'll
did
send
fine.
you my high school transcript.
And
I'd
that's
like to see
our
that.
physics. That's our physics.
Theirs
So,
is different.
Theirs is
Again,
different.
Exactly.
He's not talking about distance between point A and point B. He's talking about the fact that, oh, never mind.
He
Their
said
technology
distance.
could pinpoint
He
us
said
in
the
a second.
distance is so great. And I'm saying,
agree.
no, it isn't necessarily for somebody way more advanced than us. End of sentence.
This is me giving up.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I'm from Georgia. And although Obama, tried to take his statement back and state it was a joke, I personally think it was the truth. It was completely the truth. And honestly, the universe is super big and we have so many different solar systems. This and that. Well, I don't know. That's none of my business. But what I do know is we cannot be the only people here. But I need to know one thing if the aliens did come. Are y'all going to invade us? And if y'all are, could you do it before the 1st? Rent is due.
Rent is due, and you're just saying it would help if they came now.
If you had a, podcast, you'd be really popular. You're really entertaining.
The universe is not just big. It's not just huge. It's infinite.
I know.
So that
Infinite to you. To them, it's just a walk in the park.
the Paul brothers just keep winning. Although
I'm
I have to
appalled
say-
at this.
You're appalled. I gotta say, I think Logan Paul found a much better way to make a buck than his brother.
No kidding.
Getting your face rearranged. Yeah, you can make a lot of money that way. But anyway, Logan Paul decided that he had something at home he wanted to sell. And boy, this is the best decision he's ever made. He sold a Pokemon card.
This is nuts.
A very rare one. I will say, a very rare one.
Whatever.
One that he paid $5 million for. And so you know it's worth a lot.
He bought it 5 years ago.
He could not possibly have thought it was going to get $16 million.
This is
he obviously
insane.
thought he was going to make money, but
So this
it
was
sold for $16 million. A Pokemon card.
This is the auction.
Oh my gosh.
Done?
It's over. It's
Okay.
over. $60,492,000. Absolutely insane. Oh my gosh.
There might be a surprise in the building very shortly.
No way. What
There
are you
might
saying?
be.
What are you saying?
There might be a surprise in the building very shortly.
On behalf of Guinness World Records, I can now confirm you have achieved a new record title for not only for the most expensive Pokemon card ever sold at auction, but also the overall record for the most expensive trading card ever sold at auction.
So
That's your buddy from Golden Auction.
Yeah, Ken Goldman.
what is amazing about this, is aside from the 16 million, that it just happened to have confetti around.
Yeah. Well, they had an idea
They
that.
clearly,
But I'll tell you this.
I figured that out.
Right, yeah. I'll say this, though. I was talking to
and
them.
and the Guinness people were in
They
the
had-
house too, right?
But I'll say this. I was talking to them last night, and they were excited when it passed a $12 million. So for it to get 16 and a half.
That's nuts.
And he got ridiculed, by the way, when he bought the card for $5 million.
Because they thought $5 million
yeah,
was
it was
too much.
crazy.
What is this card? We
It's
got to
a
explain to people
Pika-
why it would be.
I mean, I can't explain why it's expensive. There was
It's
only
gotta be,
39
like-
of them made.
I was gonna say,
it's a
where's
Pikachu
Talia?
illustrator, but I don't why. I don't
Come here.
understand.
Do you know anything about this card?
A Pikachu card?
I know
Pikachu
that
illustrator,
the
39
illustrator
made.
card is like gifted to the illustrator, as it's not like a card that you can buy in a pack.
So they're only made specifically as a gift.
A gift.
to
There's
the
like
illustrator.
39 of them, I believe.
39.
But
and it was
obviously
in
the
perfect
illustrator-
shape.
39?
Yeah.
So there are others
It's
worth
not
it.
even like a one of one.
But we don't
What,
know if
so
there are
there are
39 out
others
there. though.
worth
But
it?
I don't think so. And it's in perfect shape. It was graded a mint 10, which
10.
matters a lot.
Oh my God.
Which I talked to Scott, and he said that's very rare. That sometimes even out of the package, they're only rated like a 9.
So if out of the package it's a 9, what's a
Who's
10?
Scott?
A perfect 10.
Oh, is that who bought it?
No.
No, but you know who
the
bought it,
broadcast
though?
I heard it was
Scaramucci's
Anthony
kid made it.
Scaramucci's
Are you
kid.
serious?
I swear, I don't know where he's got that money from, but yeah, Anthony Scaramucci.
Oh no, he's
former-
a big finance guy.
Right.
Anthony was the press secretary for Donald Trump
For 2 weeks.
11 days. 11 days.
I will say this: you also get the chain with it. So
you get
a
the
card.
chain included.
Oh, they'll throw in a chain? Gee, thanks.
Hey, Dane Drebin from Gig Harbor, Washington. Let's be clear, guys. Logan Paul selling his card for $16 million is crazy, but is it really that crazy? When you think about who it is, it's Logan Paul. I mean, he's been doing crazy stuff since the very beginning. He literally wanted to go fight Floyd Mayweather. And what did he do? He took him the distance. He decided to go be a WWE superstar. And what is he doing? He's doing it better than anybody else. So I personally, no hate in the 253. I got to give him his flowers.
Logan Paul is amazing. And you
But
fail.
Logan Paul's not the one who did this.
But you failed to mention he's also a great businessman.
Coming up.
Spencer Pratt can count on one person not voting for him. Someone in his own family says that he is unfit to be the mayor of Los Angeles. You know, of course, the reality star is running, but his sister says he's just not the guy.
An understatement.
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
BB Rexa was looking hot on vacation.
Look at the water, too.
Did you just say, look at the water? I mean, I'll be honest, that is what I was looking at.
TMZ.
Well, Spencer Pratt can count on one person not voting for him. Someone in his own family says that he is unfit to be the mayor of Los Angeles. You know, of course, the reality star is running, and this is not a joke. He is very serious about this. He's had rallies, he's started his campaign, but his sister says he's just not the guy. And over the weekend, she posted
an understatement.
And by the way, I don't even think that she's not just saying he's not a good mayor. She's saying he's not a good person.
Right.
She threw out a bunch of allegations against him, making criminal allegations, several things from the past, including claiming that he had been abusive to her.
Talked about drug abuse.
Drug abuse and all sorts of things. But in a nutshell, this is what she had to say. Spencer has done great work for the Palisades, where the fires were, where he lost his home. But LA does not need another unqualified and inexperienced mayor. A vote for him is a vote for stupidity.
Wow. They've had beef for a long time.
Yeah, I think if you know Spencer because you were a Hills fan back in the day, this is not a surprise that him and his sister don't like each other. But if you are a new voter that is just learning about Spencer Pratt because of everything he's been doing since the Palisades fire, this might hurt him a little bit, and it might make you question, do you want to vote for somebody that possibly did all these things that she's saying?
Wait a minute. Your logic is that if you watch The Hills, you'd vote for him.
Yeah,
what makes him qualified because of The Hills?
No. If you watch The Hills, this isn't surprising to you. It's not going to maybe turn you off necessarily
He was
from
the
voting
villain
for
on
him.
The Hills.
Correct. But if you are voting for him because the only thing you do know about him is the Palisades fire stuff that he's been doing, maybe you would look at this and be like, ooh, his sister doesn't like him. By the way, his sister's also accusing him of getting into the mayoral race because he wants to promote his book. He has a memoir out right now, which, by the way, I've been reading a little bit. It's really good. But she's saying that he's only doing this to promote his book, which isn't great either.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, we reached out to Spencer.
We reached out to him over the weekend
Several
when
times.
the allegations came out.
And today.
Did not hear from him.
And-
We reached out for him to come on the show today. Have not heard.
We didn't hear from him, but I will just say one other thing. Donald Trump had relatives who came out against him, too.
Yeah,
and he
that's
won.
true. That's true.
India Afria from Washington, D.C. I would just like to say, as a nation, we are tired of washed-up reality stars trying to govern us. I feel for him for the fires, but I think he's using that as an excuse rather than a reason to become mayor. And I agree with his sister. A vote for him is probably a vote for stupidity. Not riding with this one.
Well, but I will say, and this is an endorsement of Spencer, but the fires were a test of leadership, and a lot of people thought leaders failed during that calamity, which it was. So I don't think looking at the fires is a bad way of making decisions, honestly.
Coming up.
Nicki Minaj, you're gonna have to get in line because apparently there are lots of female rappers who have beef with Cardi B. I don't think it's coincidence because Cardi is on tour now. She's getting a lot of attention, and so some of her detractors know that this is the time to strike because they're going to get more attention.
Be right back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. Nicki Minaj, you're going to have to get in line because apparently there are lots of female rappers who have beef with Cardi B. And now that I don't think it's coincidence because Cardi is on tour now. She's getting a lot of attention. And so some of her detractors know that this is the time to strike because they're going to get more attention.
Although I think what you're about to see, I'm not sure if they thought Cardi might receive it well.
Oh, maybe they would have. You know, that's a good point. So the rapper we're talking about is Bia. And she posted over the weekend this about Stefon Diggs. Can you name someone with more baby mamas than receiving yards? I can, and I know that. Okay, now I don't know what this is. Why? You know what?
You know what? Never mind.
You know what? Never mind. Oh, okay.
That got a big laugh out of Cameron.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Got a big laugh out of
Cameron thought it was funny that I didn't know what those initials meant.
Cameron thought the whole thing was funny.
Sorry, I did not know that one.
Cameron thought it was funny.
Yes.
Okay, so Cardi B decided to respond to it.
Yes, she was on tour, and this is what she said during her performance.
Let me tell you something. Just because I ain't with my baby daddy doesn't mean you get to talk about my baby daddy.
Okay. And then she went on to do her song "Pretty and Petty."
But she also said,
right. This is for you, bitch.
You couldn't name
Pretty
her
petty.
songs if you had a gun to your head. I think that's really interesting because she was not slow in going after Offset when they broke up. But she's protective of Stefon here, even though she's clearly got beef with him and broke up with him.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's a little bit different than what we saw with Cardi before.
Yeah, and like Cardi defending stuff, like with all the things that he did to her allegedly at the Super Bowl, having, you know, his other baby mother there and Offset's alleged mistress there, like just disrespectful. Like her defending him is kind of interesting to me. But I think the only reason why she did say something to Bia because it is Bia. I think if it was somebody else like Lotto or Glorilla or something like that, she would just be like, all right, it is what it is.
It sounded like you just shaded Bia.
I mean,
is that what happened? Because that's what it sounded like. Did I hear that right?
But
it sounded like you were shading.
Her diss was unnecessary. It's like you came out of nowhere.
Wait a minute. I didn't know this. So Stefon supposedly brought Offset's mistress to this.
That was
if he did that, that's just his baby mama. Okay, maybe. Right. But if he brought Offset's mistress, that is a hyper-aggressive move.
It is also entirely possible that Offset's mistress was at the game but had nothing to do with it.
Right,
but it did. That's a hyper-aggressive move on his part. It's basically saying blank you to Cardi.
Right.
If he brought, there's a difference between...
But Cardi can't believe that happened because then she wouldn't be defending him even to Bia.
Yeah.
God, what a small world. What a small world. All these baby mamas colliding.
Hey y'all, this is Bella calling in from PG County, Maryland, and I just want to say Bia needs to just go ahead and sit down. Although it's not ideal to have a baby by a man with a whole bunch of babies, Cardi can afford it. And at the end of the day, people are so invested in Cardi that they can name more baby mamas of Stefon's than Bia songs. And Cardi is going to drag this out. I promise you that, because her last stop of her tour is in Atlanta, and she has this mute challenge going on, and they have the opportunity to be very funny and very petty and be very quiet when she says name 5 songs in Atlanta. So I can't wait to see that show. I might have to change my ticket.
I never thought of that.
You know, it is a good point. I can't name 5 Bia songs. I can't really name a lot of his baby mamas other than Cardi B. I think you're going to owe me a little money.
What are you talking about?
Actually, me and probably several other people, you swore.
I said he's going to run.
You swore that Stephen A. Smith was absolutely running for president, right?
Oh, are we doing this
you
right
remember
now?
that? Yeah. Anyway, we got Stephen A. Smith.
If we're recording this, I don't remember.
For the record, you want to say you don't remember?
I just thought you were talking to me, and I thought, no, if this is getting recorded, no recollection of this.
Yeah, okay, that's all right. We have receipts. But we got Stephen A. Smith out here in LA. It was NBA All-Star Weekend here, and we asked him about running for president. Listen to his answer.
Came out recently that you were strongly considering a presidential run. You know, what's impacting that decision and where are you at with it right now?
Well, the country sucks. And I don't think that I think the country is devoid of leadership. The kind of leadership that we have, we don't need. The kind of leadership we should be getting, nobody is stepping up and doing it. I'm not a politician. I don't desire to be a politician. But in the same breath, the opportunity to go on a debate stage and call out these politicians for the things that they've done to damage this country is something that appeals to me very much. According to the rules, my understanding is I would have to give up my money. I'd have to leave my job because I'm not supposed to have that access to the airwaves. I can assure you, I don't give a damn how much I want to do something. I'm not giving up my money to do it. That ain't happening. If there was a way that I could keep my money and still run, I would be much more forceful about it. But I'm not giving up my money and my career for that nonsense. But they keep telling me, listen, keep your name out there. We really, really want you to do it. And I promised them that I wouldn't make a definitive decision about it until 2027.
That's a maybe.
Wait, here's
That's
the follow-up question. Who's the them?
That's a maybe.
The follow-up question should have been, who's them?
No, hold on.
They keep telling me to keep my name out there.
There is such a thing as a blind trust, which lots of people do. It's true he can't broadcast, but there are a million ways he can make money.
I completely agree. Donald Trump has proven you can make a ton of money as president.
Donald Trump's a multi-billionaire.
Because of his time in office.
Because of his time in office.
Yeah.
Everything's changed.
Emoluments.
He is saying that he
You're
may
saying
run.
there's a chance.
Absolutely.
I want to know who the they are who keep telling him to keep his name out there.
This is a guy.
You don't care because you just want him to run so that he can win the bet.
This is a guy who is saying, draft me. He is saying, beg me and draft me. And what the problem he's got is, what did he say? The country is going to crap?
Yeah.
That's a bad soundbite for him if he does run. That's a bad soundbite. They did this with Michelle Obama, and it was more obtuse.
I think Donald Trump said for years before he took office, the country's in the toilet, you know? And so there's maybe a different blueprint towards running for office these days.
When I listen to that, I mean, you're making it, I didn't hear this before, and you're making it sound like, oh, he's not running. He didn't say that at all. He did not. You were wrong on that. He didn't.
No, I absolutely am not wrong.
Oh,
he's not running. He's not running.
You're totally. You got that out of that.
He said they are telling me, whoever the mysterious they are telling me to keep my name out there. Fine, I'll keep my name out there, but I'm not running because I don't want to give up.
Stephen A. Smith speaks about himself as the third person all the time. He uses
so the
Stephen
day
A.
is
Smith.
him, you
so
mean?
the day is him. I'm the one that keeps telling him to keep my name out there.
Hi, I'm Lacey from Kansas, and just hearing him say he does not want to get rid of his money or give up his money, to me, that is one of the giant red flags I'm hearing in this. The last thing we need right now are people who are selfish. We do not need people who are entertainers, who are or not even political commentators. They are sports commentators. They have no education in politics. Right now, we are seeing what it looks like with our administration to have entertainers run it. People who do not know basic government functions, how our Constitution is even a part of what we do.
But Lacey, are you aware of another person who was a sportscaster, Ronald Reagan? So there are sportscasters who have become president. And the other thing is, yeah, you're right. If somebody's going to be that selfish and say, no, my money's more important than my service, you know what? That's when somebody says, on reflection, it is more important. And then he seems like a hero. So even though he's saying it today, it's 2 years out.
You are just desperately don't want to lose this bet. That's
Absolutely.
all it is. He's just trying to protect his own wallet.
Coming up.
If you're throwing the biggest party in Los Angeles,
which we do every weekend.
We do it every weekend, and it happens to be Valentine's Day weekend, you got to do the love thing, right?
Be right back.
If you're throwing the biggest party in Los Angeles,
which we do every weekend.
We do it every weekend, and it happens to be Valentine's Day weekend, you got to do the love thing, right?
And it was our craziest weekend. Like, so much happened. So much was given out.
We should say TMZ After Dark.
On TMZ After Dark.
Our party on wheels in Hollywood.
The best party on wheels ever. And our first bus was hosted by Jerry Johnson, actress Jerry Johnson. And she is on the hit show Harlem.
And
Okay.
she brought her wife. We really wanted a couple to host one of the Valentine's Day buses. And she brought
the mood,
her wife.
keep the anthem going, right?
She was the perfect host. Her wife was like, she was dancing on her wife, and she took us to Beaches WeHo, which was like so lit. So that was an amazing bus. It was DJ'd by DJ Coach West. Her name was Coach West, and she brought a whistle too. Very cool DJ. And the second bus, things got extra wild. So we had musical artist Shelby Carter, and she brought the paparazzi. The paparazzi came, and like passengers got paparazzi.
Wait, the paparazzi got in the bus?
They were just outside the bus.
Outside
just
the
like,
bus. Okay, because if they got in the bus, they're paying.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So we were like, no, you got to buy tickets.
This is the most fun. I mean, this is like unbelievable.
There was a concert. She had a little concert on the bus, and she debuted her song Roses, which was like perfect for Valentine's Day. And instead of ending with like a third bar for that tour, we ended at this cool speakeasy called Puzzle Bar, and it's on Sunset. And she had a little concert there. So
Oh my God! I didn't know this.
Went to Puzzle Bar, and then she had a little concert there.
That's
in a TMZ first, TMZ After Dark first. We've never done this before, but it worked out so well. And then there's a Smash Burger next door, and they gave everyone burgers.
They gave them burgers?
Yeah.
Burgers.
I tell you, lobster burgers.
Music.
Yeah, they
love.
Roses. Which one did they get the lobster at Katsuya?
That was at Katana, which was Friday night. And thank you to Katana, because we didn't ask for that.
Nuts.
They just we just want to
This
drink
is
there.
the best party in Hollywood, everybody. I'm telling you.
The best fed party also.
Okay.
Bigger and bigger.
Every weekend we put polls up on the website to find out how you feel about things that happened last week. We did it this weekend. Here are the results.
All right. Favorite James Vanderbeek role? Varsity Blues, Dawson's Creek, or Rules of Attraction?
I think they're going to say Dawson's Creek.
I'm going Varsity Blues, man. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was online. I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, next. Lively versus Baldoni will go to trial. Yep. The hate is real, or nope, they're going to settle. I think they're going to say they're going to settle.
I think it's settled. They're going to say hate is real.
No, they did.
Hate is real.
Huh.
All right.
Bad news for them.
Jill Zarin fired for Bad Bunny rant. Unfair cancel culture, or she had it coming. I was going to sing it.
Oh, but totally. They're going to say she had it coming. I mean, just cause.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Cardi B rips ice. Dangerous rhetoric, or I like it. It's going to be split 64-30 some.
Yes.
Oh.
That's
interesting.
That is very interesting.
That's really revealing. That is interesting. Huh. Okay, next.
Ja Rule's mid-flight pillow fight. Soft and fun beef, or worst L ever? Remember, he got kicked off.
Yeah, they're going to say worst L ever. He did get kicked off the plane. Yeah.
I mean, threw a pillow and you got kicked off.
Okay, and we continue. Backstreet Boys campaign for next Super Bowl halftime. I want it that way, or not the shape of NFL's heart.
Those are
I got it. I think they're going to say they want it.
No.
God, people are such haters.
We kind of count on that.
I mean, they would be great. Okay, let's end it here.
That's not the point.
Let's end it here.
Cheating Olympian's ex-girlfriend should take him back or move on.
Oh, you got to take the guy back. Come on, you got to take him.
No, you don't.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oops.
All right. Sorry.
Coming up.
Well, getting a Taylor Swift shout out is either awesome or you're an ex-boyfriend. Luckily for Charlie Puth, he is not an ex-boyfriend of Taylor Swift's, but did get a shout out. So what did he think about that?
Be right back.
Well, getting a Taylor Swift shout out is either awesome or you're an ex-boyfriend. Luckily for Charlie Puth, he is not an ex-boyfriend of Taylor Swift's, but did get a shout out in her song Tortured Poets Department. So what did he think about that? He was on Dax Shepard's podcast, and here was his reaction.
The lyric on the Tortured Poets Department was, "We declared Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist."
That was very nice.
Yeah, so tell me how you take that, because my brain is so good at turning everything terrible.
I think it's a huge compliment. I did actually think that was AI at first, but then I listened to it and I knew it was real because of her diction and the way that she sang it, and it just felt like musically, it felt human enough for it to pass as human. And I started to think about that. I thought to myself, well, what does that mean? Do I need to open up more in my music?
I get it.
The weird part about this is it a compliment?
Right.
If
That's
you're,
what Dax is working up to.
If you're an artist and somebody says, you should be bigger than you are,
right.
It's kind of like deflating.
That's exactly where Dax is
Yeah, I
taking
think
it.
a lot of people had the initial reaction that Dax did as well. But I mean, a lot of people are kind of connecting that line is the reason that Charlie Puth was able to sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl.
Are you kidding me?
It kind of makes that. I mean, the Taylor Swift effect, like that.
You know, they said, we're going to give Charlie Puth a break.
I mean, she signed off on it.
He's a big artist.
I mean, he
is a big artist, but I mean, the positive for Charlie, the positive way to take what Taylor said is, this guy is incredibly talented, and you guys out there in the public are idiots for him not being bigger.
Yeah, but he did say more in the
It
interview.
wasn't about Charlie, it was about the listening audience.
And you think they said, oh, poor Charlie, we're going to give him...
to help Charlie, that's what she meant.
But
did the NFL?
No, she may have meant that, but the NFL didn't pick him as a mercy blank, please.
Hey, it's Magda from Raleigh, North Carolina. I just want to say his reaction felt really real. The fact that he didn't overhype it or be like really egotistical, which is kind of surprising that he was so shocked considering how much of a popular artist he is. It just made him seem so humble and more relatable.
I don't want to get too personal. Did you say your name is Magda?
Yeah.
That's very close to a very charged political kind of thing. Did people ever kind of confuse that? Because that can either be really good or really bad for you.
Not from my experience. I haven't had anybody confuse it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Just you.
What else you guys want to talk about?
Hi, my name is Mimi. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm just going to be talking about the Nancy Guthrie situation. This whole case is honestly very gut-wrenching. It's really sad seeing Savannah and her siblings going live and looking for help, finding her mother. It's going on 3 weeks, and it's honestly just very devastating to see that the FBI and the Sheriff's Department is working as hard as they can, and there's still no answers.
Yeah, it is desperate.
Coming up.
Gotta say, this is maybe the most bizarre autograph request I've ever seen, and I understand why Michael B. Jordan had the reaction that you're about to see.
Be right back.
Gotta say, this is maybe the most bizarre autograph request I've ever seen, and I understand why Michael B. Jordan had the reaction that you're about to see, because you could take this, if you're Michael B. Jordan, suddenly someone presents this particular item to you and says, sign it, there's all kinds of things going through your head. Watch.
Can you sign my... Wait, can you sign this, please? My birth control? Please. No, please. My phone.
He signed the birth control.
Because next thing you know, that thing shows up in a court case. Look, he even signed it before, no, he should have just ignored it altogether. I don't know why he even pointed it out like he never saw it.
He should have signed it.
Run the other direction.
And then, boy, talk about a flex with her boyfriend. It's like, look who signed my birth control. See you tomorrow.